Edison. Well, we have another rock band gonna come up, lip sync to one of their favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Fabulous Roys. Mr. David, they're getting ready. The Fabulous Roys. You know, David Roy says, what do you say about a cigar, David Roy? It's the smell of what?
It's the smell of a guy having a good time, right?
A man enjoying himself.
A man enjoying himself with a decent smoke. And that's why women don't like to smoke cigars.
That's why.
Because we enjoy it. Am I correct? Yeah. No, I mean, let's have a little support here. Can you hand me that microphone? And thank you very kindly. It's Miss Emily Winston. The beautiful, beguiling,
Go on.
sensuous, funny, articulate, lustful, religious, have nothing to fake for an instrument, even politically correct and politically erect, which is what I am, in more ways without looking at it.
But seriously, Gracie and I, back in the old days.
Hit it, maestro.
This is going to be it, baby. Things are going down. These are the Roys. These are the toys. These are the Roys. Open the door and there's the steeple.
David Roy. A lot of people thought David Roy was dead. He lived. Dave, it's great to have you here tonight.
Patty, should we let him on stage?
Roy Forte, let him on stage.
You could have put someone's eye out with that thing.
You know he could have, but he didn't.
Which one?
Because
One of the right one.
Well,
That's the thing. He always thinks something bad's going to happen, but it doesn't. That's right. Thank you.
There are no jokes, there's only life.
There's only real life.
So Roy, what about this hog juice problem you've had?
It is a problem, which is why I created this new organization called Hog Juice of America. Where we are going around the country, we're uniting, we're banding together to create a surplus of hog juice for the entire community. Because someday, whoever's in power could zap up the hog juice in the entire country and it'll be totally gone. And all the women will be screaming for it. And obviously some homosexuals as well.
Supply and demand is what we're talking about here. You know what I mean?
From Reno, Nevada, Mr. David Roy and Mr. Roy Forte.
Thank you very much.
Big round of applause, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Just in from Reno.
Roy!
What's that?
I thought you were going to ask me about my relationship with Hillary Clinton.
I was. Tell me all about it.
Well, I'm her love puppy right now.
What's that?
I'm her love puppy.
Hillary Clinton's love
Let's face
puppy
it,
is David Roy.
Bill is a workaholic. He goes to bed really early. Hillary and I get together. We watch old porno flicks. We talk about old times. We talk about what it was like. Excuse me? She likes early Sylvester Stallone stuff.
Ooh, really early.
I personally go for bestiality. We have a problem there.
Right.
She's a liberal Democrat.
Right.
And I'm not.
Tracy Lords, that Tracy Dick movie.
Yes, that's true.
That's correct, sir.
David, I especially like to see your imitation of Roy Rogers.
Yes.
Roy's still alive, and yet,
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roy Rogers.
That's very kind of you. This is for the guy that got mad at me for almost taking his eye out. I don't have a
with
compliment.
Mr. Roy
Which one?
Rogers, everybody. There it is.
Happy trails. Where's Trigger when you need him? A quarter horse, a really well hung one too. You know where he is? He's dead.
They had him stuffed.
They had him stuffed, and they had him buffed, and he's gone. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. The band sounded great tonight.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for the band.
Yeah, the band, great. Thanks for letting
And
me
the one and
in.
only Colonel Pat McGrath. Let's hear it.
Yes, the Colonel, the legend.
So good. Ladies and gentlemen, David Roy and the fabulous Roy.
Where'd you get Mr. Desi Arnaz's
Roy
band
Forte.
anyway?
And by the way, we're playing at the Midway this weekend in Jamaica Plain. If you want to lose an eye, come on down. Or a breast or an ear, whatever you want to get rid of, come on down to the Midway and check us out. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Roy. Big round of applause. The Combustible Edison Combo. Well, Christ Almighty, I see by my schedule here, it's time for another guest. Well,
How many more guests do we have?
we have a couple more. My next guest, he needs a major introduction because no one has ever heard of him. And that's the way he wants it. Ladies and gentlemen, Clark tells you tonight, you may have to go into hiding. Our topic, more than meets the ears, secret agent band. Clark Johnson, everybody. Want to get lit?
Like, take a few minutes.
Go ahead. Now this is the real deal. This is the depth of show business. Clark Johnson is hey! Pay attention. His qualifications are thin, but we're going to talk about some stuff here. Our topic? Where'd it go?
Secret agent band.
Secret agent band. Now listen to this. Now, do y'all think that you're being controlled by elements that, well, maybe you have no control of? I do. And so does Clark. We're going to talk about rock and roll. Where does it come from? Do you think it's as innocent as you might guess? I think not. And we're going to focus in on the Beatles. Hey, pay attention. This is good.
This is Patty's think piece tonight, so listen.
Listen.
Now I know maybe most of you were in kindergarten when John Lennon died. Oh, you got to be 21 to be here? All right, 7th grade.
Okay, you got all the information? Now listen to this. This is some stuff. Pay attention. Don't talk amongst yourself. You don't have anything else as interesting.
Don't listen to him, listen to me. Okay, I'm going to talk about rock stars as media creations. And not just media creations, not just profit creations, but as creations of national policy. A think piece. Now remember, we got the Beatles as an example, the world's first secret agent band. EMI, their owners, created the myth. They hired girls, they hired boys. They hired Brian Epstein. They hired haircutters and tailors. And they made these slouches over into the most powerful agents of change ever to come from Britain. They called it the British invasion.
That's right. Now listen. Hey, have any of y'all ever been in bands? Now consider this. Think about this. You've been in bands. Now think about what the Beatles accomplished. From 1964, Christmas time, till the summer of 67, the summer of love, how long was it? 2.5 years. All right. Now, within those 2.5 years, the Beatles went on 2 major tours. 2 motion pictures. 2 motion pictures. John Lennon wrote 2 books.
Dropped acid.
Dropped acid, and that'll take up a lot of your day.
How many songs?
They put out 6 albums of amazing. And they had facial hair, and they fucked everything with a handbag in 2.5 years. Now, a lot of you people in bands think, how is that possible? It's not. It can't be done!
Have you been trying yourself?
Barely.
It was too much to accomplish for even 4 guys like that, even if they were talented. And were they? Yeah, they were.
They were talented, but we smell something fishy.
Patty, you asked me how many people had ever done drugs without the Beatles.
Now, hey, listen to this.
Listen to him.
I'm 36. Everybody 36 or more. T-Max, that's you. T-Max, why did you do drugs initially?
The Beatles made me do it!
That's right. Anybody 36 or more, the Beatles made them take drugs.
How about if we're under 36?
My parents took drugs because of the Beatles.
Wait a minute.
Are you
my
under
show.
36?
Yeah.
Did you take drugs?
Surprise.
Why?
Why what?
Why'd you take drugs?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you first.
He already told me
I
why.
don't know why. You tell me.
My friends made me do it, but the Beatles made them do it.
Right. The Beatles set the tone for doing it,
I
Pat.
think it's my...
Did that get picked up?
The Beatles made my older brothers do it, so I did it.
That's right. The Beatles are behind it all. Clark, tell us why.
Here it is, folks. I got to put this down for this story, and I got a little bit of show and tell here. But first, we've got a history lesson because we're in Cambridge. In the 19th century,
Cambridge, gateway to Somerville.
The biggest item in international trade was opium, and the British ran it to China from India. That's why they took over India. India had the poppies. Yeah. That was good. That's very good. Good band. Good band. Now, the Americans handled the Turkish opium over to China, but for about a century, all the Chinese were addicted on opium run from Britain. It was big business. This big business never stopped. Once you start making money, it's very hard to stop making it. Because when you get real rich, real fabulous effing rich, there's really only one more thing you ever want. More money. It's true of them, it's true of us, it's true of me. So, a long time ago, the Chinese decided they wouldn't have the Brits in anymore. The Brits kept the business going. Now, for the benefit of the viewing audience, I have a little book that we're going to focus in on if we can. We arranged this. Yeah.
Pay attention.
Now there is a picture.
Is that about the Duke and the Duchess of Windsor?
No. Well, I don't know. I haven't read it all. The theory is that like any dope business, and you all know dope dealers,
I know I do.
they don't give it up. They get caught, they go away, but they hand it down. The Brits have handed down the money organization that leads to the dope business for decade after decade. And what the audience can't see, but the viewer can, is a picture of the British Union Jack, otherwise known as the double cross.
Oh, bullshit! We live in America here, you bigot.
So where did the drugs come from?
With a picture of a hypodermic needle on
Drugs
it.
come right here from fucking Turkey, and they get sold right here in America, you dingbat.
I think he buys it. Got some?
Biggest business in the world, right here in the United States, you asshole.
Clearly it
Come
ain't
on.
Drugs are the biggest business in the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who profits from it? George Bush has made a fucking killing out of it.
Oh no, wait, this isn't my topic. You got
Patty, should we get him?
you got a space on the show here? Come on up.
Just my opinion. Nobody asked.
All right, now pay attention.
Hey, yeah, who are you, British stranger, denying the Brits are in on it?
Right here in Boston.
Oh, so you buy from George. Okay,
I
let's get
beg
it.
your pardon? Excuse me?
Yeah. Are you part of the British invasion?
No, I am part of Boston. I was born and bred right here in Boston.
Oh, wow.
This
Glad to
is
hear
an
it.
accident so I can pick up women.
We're not talking about women. We're talking about drugs. Women are next.
Let's talk about drugs. Let's talk about drugs.
Okay. Now, how about, okay, yeah. A member of the audience.
Oh, I am not a member of the audience. Excuse me.
Okay, now, here we go.
Hey, calm down, pay attention.
Here we got the rest of it. There's no zooming in on this. How the counterculture works. And it asserts that the counterculture was not a creation. Well, all of us. Is that a feed? All right. The counterculture was not created by youth. The counterculture was created by somebody else. And the allegation of this book, which I'm passing on to you, is that the Brits did it. And back in the days of Sir Joel Lockwood, head of EMI, the British recording company for the Beatles, made the Beatles happen to bring drugs to America. Now, they knew it.
Give me a break. That's unbelievable.
You're giving yourself a break. Come on.
That is unbelievable, man.
Why is it unbelievable?
Because what? Oh, there was a huge corporation behind the Beatles, right?
Right.
There was masterminded Beatles stuff here.
Oh, EMI, one of the largest British suppliers to the defense organization. The biggest British defense contractor, EMI, ran the Beatles.
Oh, come on. Jesus.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay.
I knew I'd get in trouble.
Come on out. Look, America, excuse me, America has its own mind. It's not going to be infected by the British. Christ sake.
We do not have a
Jeez.
Now, let me ask you this.
Unbelievable.
Why is it unbelievable?
Oh. Hey.
Huh?
Hey.
Oh, you're the guy that was on earlier. Give him that microphone over there. A lot of excitement here.
Just think if you talk about that enough, you're on tip.
Point counterpoint.
Hello, I'm sorry. Sorry to make so much noise.
Oh, yeah, now he's sorry.
Are you
I
sorry?
honestly believe,
You're not sorry.
I honestly believe
You're actually very happy.
that America has its own mind about how the Beatles were invaded, how
the Beatles were invaded.
excuse me,
She just said she's got to let me talk too.
well,
Guitars.
we're talking about the Beatles. The Beatles were pretty much a rip-off of the American culture. The British just sort of regenerated and brought it back to you.
He's changing his tune now, ain't he?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, a little bit. We heard a comment in the band back there.
You're sort of talking with a British accent right now,
yeah.
buddy.
Now, let's get on with this and see what he thinks. We're not talking to you anymore. We're talking to Mr. Roy.
Mr. Matt.
Oh, give your real name for Christ's sake.
I did. I just did it. Come on.
He's Clark Johnson. My real name.
Nigel Matthews. That's my fucking real
Nigel.
name.
All right then. Nigel, fix up with him. Good name.
Nigel Matthews is my real name. What's this? Some conspiracy about it? Come on. Let's talk.
All right. Shall we try? All right. Now, Nigel, let's consider, if you will, the amount of quality product produced in an incredibly short amount of time. Nigel, have you ever played in a band?
Never.
I'll tell you, Nigel, it's some stuff. Putting up with them other
Sure
boys.
it is.
Now, if you consider, if you will, that the Beatles, when they were the poor, lovable mop tops, were on Ed Sullivan in, I'd say the Christmas show of '64. 2.5 years later, they were in Sgt. Pepper. 2.5
What's your
years.
point? Just get to the point.
The point is, over that course of time, they did far too much than what they could ever have done by themselves.
Drugs.
Well, drugs will take up a lot of your time. You ever take acid?
That's for you to know.
It takes up your whole day. I've taken acid. It takes up your whole day.
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is, the Beatles taking acid,
I think
making 2 full-length motion pictures, making 6 genius albums, John Lennon writing 2 books, it couldn't be done. Unless they had help.
Bullshit. They did.
What do you mean bullshit?
Come on. Whether they took acid or whether they were straight, they gave you guys something to look at, which you appreciate.
But Nigel, you don't know what you're talking about. You've never been in a band. Combustible Edison. Could you take acid every day, fuck everything with a handbag, make 2 full-length motion pictures, make 6 genius albums?
Excuse me. Let's talk to him. This is who we want to talk
We're
to.
asking anybody who has any idea. I don't think it's likely. So what he's saying is maybe, listen to this, maybe there was something behind it.
Like who? Ringo Starr?
No. Now, for example, the English, that was their main commodity during the 19th century. Opium. They got thrown out of England.
Of course.
Nigel, how old are you?
I am 33.
33. Nigel, let me ask you this. Would you have ever taken drugs if it hadn't been for the Beatles?
What a fucking stupid question is that?
No, all I want's an
I got
answer.
nothing to, let me tell you something.
Did you ever take drugs?
What a weasel. What a weasel.
That's tough guy.
Let me tell you something.
No, all I'm asking you,
Beatles.
did you ever take drugs?
Of course I've taken drugs?
And why did you
Who
take
has
drugs?
not taken drugs in this room?
But did the Beatles say it was okay for you to take drugs?
No, that's got nothing to do with it.
No, I'm asking you why.
No. What we're talking about here, right, is what he's saying about drug trafficking in the United States.
All I'm asking you, Nigel.
No, and he's saying that the British brought it into this country. That's total bullshit.
Nigel, all I'm asking you is...
No, what is you're asking me?
I'm asking you.
You're asking me nothing. You're asking me an irrelevant question.
Nigel.
You're asking me irrelevant questions.
Nigel, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
Did the Beatles say it was all right for you to take drugs?
No, they didn't.
The Beatles told me it was all right to take drugs.
Well, then you're the asshole, man.
Well, I suppose that's true.
That's true. You got sucked into the Beatles' conception.
I suppose that's true.
I'm sorry about that.
Turn me on, dead man.
But
It's all right.
Turn me on, dead man.
Flash! Mr. Flash, everybody!
All is dead.
Let's get on with the show. What are you saying, buddy?
Flash? Did the Beatles tell you it was all right to take drugs?
Yes! That was just
This one is dedicated to Pat because he's in hell.
The conclusion is that John Lennon was assassinated because he was starting to spill the beans. We can't get into this, but they had him killed, and there's pretty good proof for that. Shall we wrap it up?
I suppose we should. Nigel?
Got 1 minute.
Nigel has skipped, and we have 1 more minute.
1 more minute.
Nigel skipped out.
They took all my time. Nigel skipped it.
20 seconds!
Okay, now. Notice what the Brit is doing. He's diverted the discussion away from the whole thing. Is he coming back? No, good. Okay, John Lennon was assassinated, and that's what his participation earned him. We have Beatles.
5, 8, 7, 6,
Ex-Beatles.
4, get off! Stay! Go!
And finally,
Go!
it says deliberate execution. Thank you.
Running to somebody else's
Nigel lost it. Anybody have it?
No. That lovely man in the suit will buy you beer.
Don't do that.
Buy him a beer.
Nigel and Mr. Clark Johnson, everybody. Battling it up.
Bye, Nigel later.
Hey, this is a nice tune.
initially, my next guest was going to be Scott Getchell. He draws a cartoon in the Boston Rock called Evans at Large. I was going to have Mike Evans, the basis of this cartoon, and Scott Getchell.
Could I be Mike Evans?
You could be, but you can't. Mike Evans, unfortunately, is in Germany right now.
I've got him.
You've got him?
He's got him.
Mike Evans is at a festival that plays only 3 songs. Caravan, Quiet Village, and another one I can't recall.
He does play those songs.
He plays them, but now we're going to have Scott Getchell draws Evan at Large without Evan. Maybe some other time, I don't know.
What jazz tunes do you know?
Huh? He knows them all, but Evans is in Germany right now. Can't do it. He's unraveling something or other. There he is. The real Evans couldn't be here. He's in Deutschland now, Uber Alice. But there it is. Now, besides Evans at Large, I hear you do erotic art. Go on.
I'm so bummed out.
Why?
I don't know. I'm last on this whole line. I thought I was a headliner.
Next, last is the headliner.
I'm a headliner of this. That was Michael Evans. Evans is doing the right thing.
He's in Germany.
I was in an Evans at Large.
Were you?
Yes.
How'd you come to be in an Evans at Large?
Hey, Pat, last... No.
Yes, they feel.
I'll light this baby up. This is my favorite kind of thing. No. Pat, my question is, why are we here? It's like, last time I saw you, we were standing on the dance floor of the Paradise, and we were saying the same thing. Why are we here?
Because T-Max approached us. He's the puppet master.
That's exactly it.
T-Max is working the strings. We're here because he said, "Hey Patty, I got a great idea.
I'm manipulative.
Let's have a talk show. You be the host."
So,
He doesn't work. He doesn't do anything but work the strings.
the thing that I realized is that we were standing there on the dance floor of the Paradise, and we were standing there and we were saying the same thing. Why are we here? And you said, I can still get a boner. And the thing is that I don't think I can anymore. I'm trying.
Can you bend one in every now and again? Every now and again, can you bend one in?
Once. You can. No, some of you guys don't understand that term.
A lot of you younger people who get boners every day don't understand.
I've known this guy since the Ford administration.
The Carter administration.
No, not that long. Actually, you're right. Carter administration. So I can play these tunes. The thing that I'm most concerned about is that
Is your boner.
we keep the audience interested. So
I hope you all notice the placement of his horn.
The size of it. What about the size of it?
It's a pocket trumpet.
There you go.
This is a scaled down representation of the pocket trumpet with a mute. So you guys know. You guys don't.
You're on your own now.
Yeah.
You're running wild, Scott.
I know so many jazz tunes. Oh, okay. I can play this song. So these guys who are the greatest band in the world will play.
Hey, Scott! Scott! What about you, Boner?
Oh, I don't think I can get one anymore. That's the whole thing. I was so jaded. We were standing there and we were jaded. Because you know how old he is? I'm 1 year older. And I'm more jaded than that.
Oh yeah, we have a solo.
Just play. It's okay.
Ready?
Key of G.
I'm lighting a cigar here.
Can't get a boner. He's lighting a cigar and he's going to play the trumpet. And that'll be it.
Can't even get a girl to light a cigar anymore.
Not anymore.
Great. These are great. These taste great. These taste great, actually.
Hardigan number 10.
very chilly.
Thank you all very much.
Quite a fine dancer.
Should be along now. Put that tape in that I gave you.
Are you crazy for the time? So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Flash, come up and sing with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you need a ride? Okay.
End of the show. Thank you so much. This cat's going to the sandbox.
Thank you, Combustible Edison. And thank you all for coming to the Patty Show, the first Patty Show. The next one we're going to perfect. We're going to give muzzles to everybody in the audience. It's the only way around it, I think. But thank you. Thanks a lot for coming. Really appreciate it. See you next time.
Yeah, a little bit of editing. Try cutting 100 for 1. That would leave about 90 seconds worth of good stuff. Hi, I'm the wrong hero, and I'm mad as hell that I wasn't asked onto this show, but judging from the looks of it, I should be glad. It was a smooth career move not to get involved with this production of The Patty Show. Well, you don't have to worry if you're starved for wrong hero, rootin', tootin', cowboy shootin', Bible totin' action, because next week on Cafe Cabaret, we're going to have a 2-hour feature film with the wrong hero entitled "And Hero Was His Name." I'm the wrong hero, and the things I want to change about myself are none of your concern. I fantasize about a planet of Earth slaves to do my bidding. What I want to do with them is none of your concern. But my most frequent pleasure is thinking about all the monkeys that done me dirt and what I plan to do with them. But I'll bet you are all a bunch of smelly monkeys. I'll bet all of you want to muscle in on my turf. I'll bet all of you want me to move to New York City. But New York City is hell, even though all my friends are there. Because all my friends are there. But don't get me wrong. Anyway, remember, in 1 week, The Wrong Hero's action-packed feature film "And Hero Was His Name." That's Cafe Cabaret, 9 p.m., the 15th of July. And then on the 23rd of July, we're going to have The Wrong Hero, The Modniks, and Ginger Butkus. And then, 2 weeks from then, which I guess would be, gee, I don't know, I can't add that fast. Oh my God, help, help, the 29th of June, 1993, we are presenting Preservation Act 2 in its entirety. In fact, there's Mr. Flash now. I think Mr. Flash wants to have a word with us. Mr. Flash is a man after my own heart.
Capturing it all. He is a camera. Well, I'll tell you, America, you've only just begun to see the reign of terror and love I'm about to witness, about to unleash upon this great country of ours, because this is an example of just a small, infinitesimal amount. Not debaucherous or debauched, but something even far greater than you've yet to imagine. Come on. Come on board, because I've got big plans for you, America, and you, Cable 69, or whatever you are called. What?
Cable 69 indeed. What is he, dyslexic? Everybody knows that it's Cable 666, especially with Mr. Flash on. Well, I haven't finished my rootin' tootin' presentation yet, so I reckon I'm just going to go right ahead, right on ahead. Well, you know what I want to say to all the media in Boston? I want to say, you're the masterminds, big shots. You're the head honchos, big cheesies. You're holding the reins, big chiefs. You have the last word, Mr. Boss Men. You crack the whip, big boys. You're the men in the front office, Mr. Biggs. You're the men upstairs, masters. You're the men in the driver's seat, captains. You're at the helm, skippers. You call the big shots, big guys. You're the chief cook and bottle washer, chefs. You got the big shoes, number ones. Can I wipe your ass for you, governors? Back in colonial days, Boston used to burn its witches. Now it just ignores them. And that burns me up. Because I'm the wrong hero. And I say, the sun ain't so hot. And ice ain't all it's cracked up to be either. And the Arabs ain't so great. They invented zero. That's nothing. I want to talk a little bit about the Phoenix, the Globe, the Herald, and WBCN? Well, first of all, the Phoenix, all they ever do is tell yuppies how to stuff their faces. They're like a little training manual for people who earn over $35,000 a year and want to walk around Harvard Square with loathsome stuffed sandwiches and gelati and feeding their fat faces full of consumer crap. That's all the Phoenix is, and the Globe ain't any better either. It pretends to be a national newspaper. It's just some local little one-horse town hick newspaper. Kyle ran over Officer O'Reilly today. Page 3. Local boy wins spelling bee. Page 5. Oh, that's all it is. It's just some local little tawdry gossip sheet. And if the Globe is bad, oh my God, the Herald. It's our own version of the New York Post. Well, isn't that special? They got those wonderful monosyllabic headlines that anybody with a 4th grade education can spell out with their fingers. Maybe they could get some wise man to tell them, what's this word? It sort of looks like 2 mountains. That's an M. Well, all right, I think I understand this headline now, especially with the gratuitously sleazy picture that accompanies it. And of course, who could forget WBCN? Beautiful WBCN. Oh, my love child, WBCN. They pretend to be radical. All they are is imperialists, colonialists. Don't look at what they say, just look at what they do. What they basically want to do is take over all of Boston, which is impossible, because that is my assignment, because I'm the wrong hero. You know, I don't like having to deal with artists. Artists are like insane people. They have their own little special world that they live in, and woe be to you if you should shatter their reality with some well thought out criticism of their world plan for master domination. I guess you might say they have the artistic temperament. Of course, you know who the last world leader to have the artistic temperament was. Hitler. That's right, Hitler. Can you just imagine if he had kept up with his art studies, he wouldn't have been dictator of all Germany. Of course, he might have been prone to delusions of grandeur. So, you didn't like my paintings of the cathedral at Rouen? All gypsies report to the town square. But at least he would have been merely a harmless eccentric. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Gee, I don't know. You ever try putting a raisin in the sun? What happens? It becomes even more crinkly and dried out. It's sort of like a raisin's raisin. Don't ask me senseless questions like that, because I'm the wrong hero, and I have very little patience with all of you, because you make me nervous, because you're evil.